Hey guys, if you're anything like me, you have a core memory of leaving the cinema after watching Men in Black, hoping that one day you too could meet an alien. But fast forward a few years, and you no longer have to hope to meet an alien because the monstrosity of a being called a tardigrade exists. What looks like your grandmother's pinky toe is actually the closest living thing to be somewhat of an enigma alien thing that I can find. And essentially, nothing about these guys makes any sense. Tardigrades, or often referred to as water bears, are eight-legged micro-animals, not to be confused with what you guys have between your legs, were first discovered by a German zoologist in 1773. They are, to this day, some of the strangest things we have discovered today, and they have been found virtually everywhere in the world with no clear consistency about where they thrive, which just makes them all the more confusing. We have found them in the deep sea, tropical rainforests, Antarctica, and on mountains, just to mention a few of the places. The tardigrade is tiny as well. They are somewhere around 1.5 millimeters in length and are actually comparable in size to grass pollen, but I'm sure they have a great personality, which makes up for their lack of size. There are also 62 different types of tardigrades, but enough about how they look. Let's get to why these guys are from a different planet. First of all, the tardigrade lacks several Hox genes, which are the genes that have the blueprint to tell your body how to grow its cells in specific regions, meaning their bodies are basically just going blind into creating these guys, or something like that. I'm not a scientist. Just think about it. It makes no sense. Their own cells literally don't even know how to organize themselves, yet they still manage to exist. But that's just the beginning. All adult tardigrades have the exact same amount of cells. Always. It makes no sense. They also have no respiratory organs. They just exchange gas through their entire body, which isn't in itself entirely unique, but this is just the beginning. Other than that, they are one of, or potentially the most resilient animals known to mankind. They can survive extreme conditions of any kind virtually. The cockroach and wolverine have nothing on this guy. The tardigrade can survive in extremes of both ends of the temperature scale. They can endure temperatures at negative 273 degrees Celsius, which is very cold for those of you that don't know what Celsius is. This is so ridiculously close to absolute zero that it makes no sense, and that's because the vibration of atoms cease to happen. They also can survive in temperatures of over 150 degrees Celsius, which is 50% warmer than when water boils. They can also withstand radiation levels hundreds of times higher than those that would be lethal to humans. And I kid you not, they do this by just repairing their own DNA that gets damaged by radiation. Their own bodies just go, oh no, this is a mistake in the DNA code, and just fix it, which also means they can't get cancer. In extreme dryness, the little alien water bear will enter a state called cryptobiosis, where they just lose all the water content in their body and shrivel up and become nearly indestructible until there is water around again. They are the only known animal to have been sent to space, get exposed to the vacuum and radiation of outer space, and survive, and easily, dare I say. As if they didn't seem alien enough now, imagine this. 6,000 times the atmospheric pressure placed on the tardigrade, and still they will triumph. They are near indestructible. They can also survive the lack of oxygen and extreme salt levels in water. The more I learn about these guys, the crazier they seem. We even theorize that they can survive gamma ray bursts and meteorite impacts. Mass global extinction has nothing on these guys. It makes you wonder if they arrived here on an asteroid in the first place, making them actual aliens from a foreign part of space. Because of their small size, we have very fossilized versions of them, which just adds to the mystery surrounding these guys. And although we have a pretty good idea of where they come from and their history through evolution, I like to believe that long ago they arrived on a random space comet and have ruled Earth at an acute size ever since then. So if you didn't believe in aliens before, you certainly must now. That was this week's episode, guys. Let me know if you have any video ideas you want to see, and until next time.